Hi there, this is Chris, chap in the cap from Motolegends, here today to talk to you about a new mesh jacket from Belstaff. It's called the Temple jacket and it comes from the recently returned to British hands Belstaff brand. This is the Temple jacket from the iconic motorcycle clothing brand Belstaff, a brand that's only fairly recently come back into British hands. The Temple was available last year. We thought, having looked at it and taking into account the price, which was and is again this year £275, we didn't think many people would go for it. We thought that was too high a price for what is in some ways a fairly basic and simple mesh jacket. We didn't take on board a lot of stock, it sold out overnight. So we will be doing the jacket in a bigger way this year. It's coming in this black, it's coming in a blue, and it's coming in a dark green, a kind of military khaki. The stock is due to be with us in May, so shortly after this video goes up on YouTube, it should become available again. The jacket comes from a range that's called Urban Tech. There are 3 jackets in the Belstaff range from that, or that use that name. Now, Urban Tech is the fabric, and it's the fabric that forms the main chassis of this jacket. There are inserts here, which we can look at later, inserts of pure mesh, but the main chassis of the jacket is this material that Belstaff has developed, as I've said, called Urban Tech. Now, they've had to do that because there are now CE standards that you have to attain to sell any motorcycle jacket. In the past, you could just produce a mesh jacket. You just put some mesh in, a cotton outer, put some armour in, call it a motorcycle jacket, tell everyone it was very protective, and you could sell it. There was no requirement to actually provide minimum levels of safety. You can no longer do that. So the good thing about the new standard, the standard is called EN 17092, is any garment has to meet certain criteria in terms of puncture resistance, tear resistance, and abrasion resistance. This jacket meets the test at the A level. Now, the A level is actually the lowest level, but in truth, that's all we would expect of a jacket like this. This is a lightweight jacket, it's a mesh jacket. It's not the kind of jacket you're going to be doing 80 miles an hour down the motorway. This is not designed for that kind of riding. It's all about airflow. It's for going down to the shops, for popping around town, that kind of thing. An A level is all that we would expect. In terms of the features, let's just go around the jacket. Here on the collar, there's 2 poppers, so that allows you to adjust it. YKK zips, they're the best zips. That's what we would expect of a company like Belstaff. 2 patch pockets with flaps here on the front with rubber buttons. Don't really need rubber buttons up here. Normally you have a rubber button down below so you don't scratch the tank, but I suppose the black buttons just look better on this black fabric. We have a popper adjuster here. 2 zip pockets down the bottom. We have another internal pocket. In terms of adjustability, we have on the waist a 3-popper adjuster. We have 2 poppers on the sleeve. We don't have a zip, but I don't think that's a problem with a summer jacket, with a winter jacket. You want to be able to open it up wide, put a glove under, do the zip up and then cinch it, but you're not going to wear a thick, heavy glove under a jacket like this, given the time of year that you're going to be wearing it. On the back, there's a largish but quite subtle Belstaff logo at the top. Graham will do a shot and we can look at that. We've got a slightly lowered back at the back of the jacket. We like that. A motorcycle jacket, in truth, should have a shorter front and a lower back. Shorter front so that it doesn't push up into the neck, lower back so that it comes down below the jeans line so you've not got any skin exposed. So this has a slightly lowered back, maybe only an inch or so, but we like to see that on a jacket. There's also a black Scotch-Lite 3M reflector that means that you're going to be a little bit visible at night. In terms of waterproofing, this is a summer jacket. One doesn't expect a high degree of waterproofing. A summer jacket by definition does not have a membrane, obviously, but what this jacket has is a waterproof coating. It's a PU coating. Now, that's only going to do so much. It's not going to work in 2, 3, 4 hours of rain. It's going to give you a certain amount of get-home ability, as it were, because after a while, the water is going to soak into this, but the PU coating will, it's the kind of coating that causes the water to pool initially and just run off the jacket. You're going to have to rejuvenate that every now and again, so when you wash the jacket, you wash it in a Nick Wax or a Storm type fabric cleaner, then you would reproof the jacket to put back that waterproofness. Now what Belstaff have done with this jacket, a little bit unusual I think, but they've taped the seams. Taping is what you do on a really waterproof jacket, and you have to tape seams on a properly waterproof jacket, because where you have two panels that are together and you've stitched them together with a sewing machine, you've got holes and the water will come through those holes. So you need to tape those seams. So they've taped the seams here. That's going to make it more waterproof, but in some ways it's a bit of an affectation, I think, because we've got mesh panels here that the water's going to just flow through. So I think I don't want to exaggerate the levels of waterproofing with this jacket. I think it's half an hour, it's 45 minutes, an hour and more, you're going to get wet in this jacket. So I think I would term this more a water-resistant jacket than a waterproof jacket. As I mentioned already, these mesh panels, so even though this main fabric, the Urban Tech fabric, is going to flow air, it's a single layer material, it's lightweight, there's nothing inside it, that's going to flow the air, but even more so through these panels down here, down the sleeves, the sides, and on the back. So this jacket is going to work really well in hot weather. In terms of protection, now if there's one area where we are disappointed with this jacket, and we are, I have to admit, a little bit disappointed, it's in the armour that Belstaff has chosen to equip this jacket with. Ever since we've been involved with Belstaff, and that's ever since they started putting armour into their jackets, they have worked closely with D3O. Now D3O is a premium armour, it's super soft, really nice, everybody loves D3O, it seems to work well with Belstaff, they're kind of synonymous. But what somebody has done, they have decided for whatever reason that they should save a couple of dollars by putting this armour in. It's nowhere near as nice. It does the same job, it meets the level 1 standard, it's proper CE approved armour, there's no question there, but it's not pliable, it's not soft, it's not comfortable in the way that D3O is. So I just think that's a shame that they should have done that for this kind of price, £275. It's not an expensive jacket, but it's a simple jacket. For that kind of price, I would expect a premium armour. But it does open up the opportunity to fit the very latest D3O armour. It's called Ghost Armour. Now, if they had put the normal D3O in, I think that would have been a harder decision. But the armour they would have put in here, the D3O would have been the shaped armour. This is nicer armour. It is beer mat thin, it is super flexible, it just moulds around the joints wherever it meets the joints, in the shoulder or the elbow or wherever. Once you put it into a jacket, you just do not know it's there. So even though this is, as I've said, a not inexpensive jacket, I would have no qualms about throwing the armour in this away and putting in the Ghost armour. It's going to cost you another £50. So that's up to you, but my view is you spend a lot of money on a jacket like this, you buy a Belstaff because not only do you want protection on the bike, but you want to look good off the bike. It's the kind of jacket that a lot of people are going to walk around in. It's going to be so much nicer to walk around in with the Ghost armour. It's just a shame that you have to pay another 50 quid for that. In terms of the back protector, Belstaff are still working with D3O. They've just decided to use this different armour on this particular jacket, but the armour pocket in the back, because the back protector does not come as standard, will still take what's called a T8 protector. This is that protector. It's the highest level. It's level 2. It's super soft. As it gets warmer and warmer, as you're wearing it, it gets softer still. It hardens on impact. That's going to be another, I think it's 36 or 37 pounds. So that's the package. It is a fantastic jacket. It's super stylish. It's as nice as it gets when we come to mesh jackets. Nothing looks like this. It's a Belstaff. It's expensive, but what would you expect? If you'd like to see more jackets from Belstaff, then visit the website motolegends.com. If you'd like to learn more about this particular jacket, then if you click on one of the links on the screen, sometimes they're up there, sometimes they're down there, that will take you directly to the relevant page on our website. There you can check out the spec in a little bit more detail, you can check on availability, and if you really like the jacket, obviously you can buy one there and then. Now when you buy from us, we try to make the process as simple, straightforward and risk-free as we possibly can. There's no delivery charge on anything you buy from us, returns are free, and what's more, we give you a full 12 months in which to decide whether you do want to return something to us. We have the best price guarantee in the business. Now John Lewis is rightly famed for its never knowingly undersold price promise. We go one stage better. If you find anybody selling anything that we sell at a price that is lower than ours, we will beat that retailer's price by a full 10%. If the retailer is in the EU and not in the UK, we will match their landed price. There are a few terms and conditions, nothing onerous, but if you are going to price beat us, then I suggest you visit the website and check out what those terms and conditions are. Now in the future, if you'd like to receive bulletins from us about new products, then if you go to the website, at the top of every page, there's a piece of script that says newsletter sign up. If you click on that, within seconds you'll be in business, you'll receive bulletins from us in future. However, if you would prefer to get your information in this form, that's to say videographically, we would be simply delighted if you want to become a subscriber to our YouTube channel, and you can subscribe by clicking on the button down below. Now this is 2020. This year we're giving away a motorbike. We're calling it a Steve McQueen tribute bike. It's based on a Mutz 125cc machine. It's a lovely little cutie. You can read about it on the front page of our website or on the home page of our YouTube channel. We're going to give it away at the end of the year, just before Christmas, to a YouTube subscriber. So I'll repeat again, if you want to win this bike, you need to click on the button below. Anyway, I'd like to finish with a little play for our shop here in Guildford. We are situated about a mile from the centre of town, a mile from the railway station at Guildford. The footprint of the shop is small, but it's attached to our warehouse where we have more than £2 million worth of gear arranged over 3 floors. That technically makes us the second largest motorcycle apparel shop in the country. But we think that we are far more than just the quantity of merchandise we have in the building. We are about personal fitting, we're about service. If you want to check us out, visit Trustpilot. We have the highest 5-star ranking in the business. When you come and see us, we'll sit down, we'll have a cup of tea with you or a cup of coffee. We serve only the finest Italian illy coffee, or we serve proper Yorkshire tea in a proper teapot. Anyway, this has been Chris. I hope to talk to you again soon.